Well, I mean, like I said, you're getting paid. You're definitely putting on a show at these exhibitions.
I'm having fun. And when it's free money, why not take it? You know, a lot of times people saying, why is Floyd doing these exhibitions? It's not good for his legacy. You already know what I say about that. Currency over legacy. And when I say that, meaning, I want to make sure, that the people understand what I'm saying. You can have a fighter, and I could tell him, you could win 2 world titles, but make $250 million. Or you can win 20 world titles and make $10 million. I'm going with the 2 titles myself. I don't want to knock championship belts because they are important, very important for certain individuals. So I got to make sure I word that right. Belts matter in certain circumstances. Meaning when you look, and I seen the Lomachenko and Devin Haney for the Undisputed title, under top rank, right? So then you look at, and I don't really know what the pay was. I'm very, very glad that Devin Haney was victorious. But I just look at the boxing game in a total different way. Never knocking fighters. And so what I said to myself, because, I like to jump all around and talk about just different things. I said to myself, so when I looked at the fight, I'm like, okay, that was a good fight. I don't know what the numbers was. They saying certain numbers, but then when you look at Ryan and Tank, they made great money. And that's really what it's about. But it's also about winning titles. Now, if Devin Haney was under my banner, I would tell him, look, skills pays the bills. You already showed that you're undisputed. Let's relinquish these titles. Go take another title, pay 1 sanctioning fee, and keep it moving. Keep defending your title. Why pay 4 sanctioning fees? But I'm not knocking the different sanctioning bodies, because they're going to say, oh, Floyd is hating and Floyd is jealous and Floyd fought for a bunch of titles. I was just in position. And the dynamics of the sport of boxing has changed. I was able to bring MMA guys, YouTubers, guys from all walks of life into the sport of boxing to make crazy money. So is it really about the belts, or is it about the money, or is it about both? I think it's about both, but we have to have boundaries and limitations to certain things. And when I look at it, like when I look at fighters like Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney, Gervonta Tank Davis, I love these guys. I want the best for all of them. And it's just a part of the game. How I see it. So I don't want to come off like I'm hating on Devin. He deserved it. He deserved to make the money that he's making. Every promoter moves different. And me and Devin sat down before to try to make for us to come together and make a relationship happen. We could have been did this, and that could have been him in the fight with Ryan Garcia. Things happen, but Devin Haney gonna have a great career. He's gonna have a great career. Crazy skills, good boxing ability, and I will always be proud of him. Always. That's why. Even like Shakur, I had a chance to trained him the other day in the gym. Shakur is an amazing fighter. And and so then I seen that, you know, Shakur and Devin been going back and forth. Yeah. And Devin made Shakur a certain offer. And how I look at it is this. Just because Top Rank made you go over there to Australia and fight twice, which is not right. Now, if he went over there one time and he fought and he won, the second fight should have been on an even playing field, or it should have been in America on his turf. Yeah. So now, if they gave you a 70-30 or 80-20, then you need to be upset with the promoter. That doesn't mean that you, the same way that the promoter, the same way they operated and didn't do you right, you should do that to another black fighter, because you're a black fighter. We should treat each other fair. So I can't even say if it should be a 50-50 or a 60-40. That's not my place. But Shakur should be treated fair, just like Devin Haney should have got treated fair when he went over to Australia the first time.
You know, you mentioned Shakur and working with him. I actually I had a chance to talk to him after you guys worked out. And,
yes.
I mean, he just raved about it. He said it was, you know, great work, great opportunity to be around a legend like yourself.
Yes.
What did you take out of it? I mean, obviously you've worked with everyone. You work with all these young guys, Tank, Devin. I think this was the first time you've ever worked with Shakur? Or?
Well, no, let me see. That's the first time I ever worked with Shakur, actually. It is. Okay. I had to think about it. I had a chance to work with Devin before. Hell of a fighter. And actually, it's so crazy that the third day that I was in the gym getting ready for Conor McGregor, I had a chance to spar Devin Haney.
Oh, really?
Yes. And so, you know, with me just moving around with him, I think we only did like probably 4 rounds because I wasn't in no shape. Devin Haney, sharp skills, great boxer. And you know, of course, his dad gonna rave about it. Oh, my son did this, my son did that. But my take on it always is, there's a lot of guys that can do good in a boxing gym. I can have 30 bad days in a boxing gym. The boxing gym don't count. You know, everybody, even like different guys all around the sport of boxing, rave about what they did in the gym. I'm here to let every fighter know, and every trainer know, and every promoter know. You're there to make your mistakes in a boxing gym. In a boxing gym, you're there to learn. It's a learning experience. You know, I'm not in the gym. When I'm in the gym, a lot of times, I'm there to grow and to get better and help guys get better. And I want guys that's sharp help me get better. So just with me being 40 years old, working with a young, youthful fighter like Devin, it made me, even for the Conor McGregor fight, I didn't work extremely hard, like I could have worked, because I could have made the fight go 2 or 3 rounds, but then the people would have been upset. So I'm glad that the fight happened like it happened, because the people got their money's worth.
When you did have that opportunity to spar with Devin,
yes.
And then obviously you've worked with Tank, you've worked with a lot of young other fighters.
Well, I never sparred Tank.
Right. Well, no.
Box Tank.
Like the mitts and stuff.
But I had a chance to move around with Devin. I think even like with me boxing him, I was more on the defense than offense. You know, because when you're at the elite level, you work on different things. So I knew I wasn't sharp. My third day back at age 40, I knew I wasn't sharp. So with me not being sharp, if I know my offense is not there, I'm working on my defense. That's why I got all my faculties now.
But you know, you always seem to give back to the next generation.
Gotcha. You know, I'm happy to work with Shakur. Keyshawn Davis.
Yep.
That's his last name?
Yep.
I want to make sure it's right.
That's right.
He hell of a fighter. Javante Tank Davis, Devin Haney. I love working with all those guys. That's the new generation.
Yeah.
And those guys are unbelievable.
Is it easy for you to like transition into that trainer mode where, you know, you impart some of your knowledge to these younger guys?
I always want to help these young fighters. These fighters are unbelievable. I always want to give back to the sport of boxing and help fighters. The ultimate goal is to find a fighter to surpass Floyd Mayweather. Not be the next Floyd Mayweather, but to surpass Floyd Mayweather.